Hi Gemini, welcome or welcome back to my channel. I am doing your weekly messages for next week going into Gemini season, so happy birthday. We have the mouse spirit coming out here first. So it says 10 to the small things, and this card is exactly about that. It's just doing your daily tasks, minding your own business, doing your work, cleaning the house, like all of those things. It's just not kind of going on about like, what, oh, I'm so stressed about how much I have to get done or this huge deal that's going on. It's about doing those little steps. Maybe you just need to take the first step. Maybe you just need to not focus on how much work you have to do and just like work with whatever's in front of you at the time. Don't even think about the rest. Because I think that might be stressing you out in some way or making you upset or anxious or something along those lines. And then we have the full moon in Virgo, and it says you are good enough. And with the full moon in Virgo, this card can go, well, there's two messages about the card. It's not either or, it's both of them. So in some ways, you've been too kind of, let's say, humble. Like you've been giving a lot to either a connection, a situation, maybe a friendship, a partner, whatever it is. You've been giving too much. And not really like realizing who the F you are. So you, and it's not about being all flashy and all of that stuff. It's about just realizing quietly, like I'm good enough. So you don't want to be here, bye. Like it's pretty much that energy. But then the other side of this card as well is also saying that there are situations where maybe you have been too picky when it comes to whatever this thing is. So like, have you been kind of like over analyzing it, or have you been like picky with stuff? Like maybe there is, okay, let's say for example this is the person in your life, right? And this person is making you feel a certain way, and then you get in your own head about it, and then you don't feel like good enough, or you feel like you've been giving too much to the connection, not receiving in return, that type of thing. But then there's another side of it as well, where maybe you've been too picky, where you've been like, oh, well, they should be doing X, Y, and Z. Well, maybe that's the pickiness, but there is a portion of it that you do also need to stand up for yourself. Do you understand what I mean? It's confusing. But that's basically what that is. So it's like you need to clean up basically your side of what is necessary that you need to basically pull back on, and what is necessary that you need to stand up for yourself for. And then we have exchanging gifts, which is very synchronistic since it is your birthday coming up. So the exchanging gifts could be literal gifts coming your way, or it just could be like actual someone coming to help you out in some way, someone giving you knowledge or giving you their expertise, or someone helping you when you need help in some way. Maybe you've got too much on your plate and someone's offering to help in some way. Could even be money, whatever it is that you will be on the receiving end of this and you'll be very happy about it. So that's great. And it's kind of like the Six of Pentacles, like someone's offering you a gift or assistance. So let's see for Gemini, what does the tarot have to say? Okay, what does Gemini need to know? What are the messages and what's coming in for Gemini for next week? So we have the Magician, we have the Two of Wands, we have the Ten of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, Hierophant, the Star, Four of Pentacles. I'm going to move that camera now so you can see the Fool, and the Eight of Wands. Bottom of the deck then we have Death and Rebirth, the Three of Pentacles, and the Ten of Cups. Wow, very positive reading here, Gemini. Okay, let me figure out how am I going to get you to be able to see this full picture. Excuse if you get to see a bit of my mess around here. That's maybe a little bit better. Cutting out the crystals, but oh well, cards are what matter. So, at the bottom of the deck, these are either things that you don't see coming or things that are happening in the shadows. So, first thing coming up is that there is some sort of ending. I don't know why I felt like a friendship in some way, even though the 10 of Cups could mean relationship and 3 of Pentacles could mean work. But that's just what came through. Maybe there's an ending of a friendship, or there's just some sort of ending of something that's going to end up transforming your life to make you be able to collaborate with, or maybe you need to do some sort of teamwork with someone, and that's going to bring in either like happiness for you, like just ultimate happiness, and for the people around you, or it could be like an actual relationship coming in here, because this could be, you know, a family in some way, and that could mean that, you know, someone could be coming in. 10 of Cups is relationships and stability and all of those good things. Could be marriage, you know, that type of thing. If it's not that, it could just be like a friendship or someone in your family, someone who you could consider family that maybe you're working with in some capacity. But that's maybe there's some sort of end to this, or there's a transformation for sure when it comes to this. Big changes. Okay, and then we have the Hierophant here. So, oh, sorry, that's Scorpio energy. We've got Aquarius here. We've got Virgo and Aries energy there. We have Taurus in the Hierophant, more Aries over here. I don't know if there's anything else. So if that resonates with you, great. If it doesn't, don't force it. Then we have, so with the Hierophant, this is about you needing to do something in a traditional way. So whatever this traditional way is, it might be that if it's got to do with a relationship, then it might need to be some form of commitment here. And maybe like, you know, if you just started dating someone, it's like following the dating rules type of thing, you know. If it has got to do with work, then it's about, you know, maybe not mixing work and friendships. I don't know, could be, or it could just be just doing things in a traditional way, basically just following the rules is what the Hierophant is. And those are the rules of like the standard rules type of thing. The Hierophant is also about you connecting with your higher power. So you might need to kind of focus on next week, maybe going to the institution in which you connect to your higher power. If that is you going to an actual church or something like that, then do that, or a mosque or whatever. If that is you just, you know, sitting and meditating, do that. If that's you just going for a walk in nature and being in the nature, do that. Whatever it is to you, how you connect to your higher self or to your higher power, you need to focus on that next week. But also some form of commitment, because there is like 10 to the small things. So maybe you need to be committed to something. Then we have the Magician here, if the card would let me pick it up. So with the Magician, I feel like this is definitely something you've been manifesting in here. And it's as if, okay, I see what's going on. So you've been manifesting something and you have everything that you need to manifest this thing in. But I think the thing that's missing is you connecting to your higher self and being like, okay, I need to believe that this can happen and that I have the power to be able to do this, so that it will come into the 3D world, so that it will kind of like ground into reality in some way. So that is, I think what you need to do is focus on connecting to specifically your higher self or your higher power. 10 of Pentacles. This, it could have to do with work, or it could have to do again with a commitment of some sort, definitely with the Hierophant and the 10 of Pentacles. Could be even be marriage. Otherwise, like I said, some sort of like financial gain here, or like status, like you're leveling up in some way. The Ten of Pentacles is like absolute abundance and prosperity and that type of thing. So that is coming in for you for sure. And that could be something that you might be manifesting in, is either this commitment, like this, again, family life, could be marriage again, or with money or success or something like that. It's coming in for sure. And then we have the Four of Pentacles. So there could be something that you are holding on to. And that's kind of like this Virgo energy here, even though I think the Four of Pentacles is Taurus technically. But with the full moon in Virgo, what one of the parts is that like maybe you could be like being too picky, like holding on to some sort of issues that are not like not serving you. Like there's something you need to let go of. Like it's like, yes, you need to stand your ground in this place, but this other thing you need to just let go of. So that could be what the Four of Pentacles is here, but it is also a sign that you need to save your money at this time. And I feel like the money that you're saving is, you need to do this in a traditional form. Maybe you need to open up a savings account and make sure you send that in, you know, the same amount of savings every single month or every single week or whatever. Or, you know, for example, like if you're self-employed, like it's maybe things like money coming in, and as it comes in, you always say, okay, I know I'm saving at least, let's say 25% of my salary is going into savings for whatever job I do. So it could be that. But it is also just holding back on spending for now, but also maybe holding on to issues or people from the past that you might need to let go of, and maybe you need to take a traditional way of doing that. And Eight of Wands, this is your outcome as well, but the Eight of Wands is about moving fast. It's about things gaining momentum. Maybe whatever you've manifested is now starting to take form here, and once it starts to take form, it's like there's nothing that can stop it. Once you connect to your higher self or your higher power, it's bringing in that manifestation because you've already put it out there of exactly what you want. You've probably been doing this for a long time and you're waiting for what the results. It's like the results are finally here. So in your 3D world next week, Gemini, we have the Two of Wands. So this is about you needing to make some sort of decision. There could be travel involved with this decision, but it is also about needing to, like you're comfortable where you are, right? But there's so many things out there that could make you even happier, could bring in this Ten of Pentacles, but it's like you don't want to leave your comfort zone. So there is some sort of decision that needs to be made here where you can go towards something that is a bit more maybe thrilling, exciting, something along those lines. Even if it's not completely, I don't think you can see that it will bring in stability, but it will. It will bring in this Ten of Pentacles and the Hierophant, and which is all like stable things. And the Four of Pentacles, I think you're holding on to the place where you're at now because you're too scared to make a move. You're scared of the change, but the change is going to be good. I just feel like you can't see that yet, so you're scared. That's maybe what you've manifested. You've manifested this change in, maybe even like you unwillingly manifested this change in. Let's say, for example, you are let's go for a relationship because that's the most easiest one. So let's say, for example, you're in a committed relationship at the moment and everything's fantastic, and then you've been manifesting in, okay, like I really just want absolute happiness. I want to be with my partner who is romantic and fun and a little bit more exciting and like all of that stuff. And then out of nowhere, all of a sudden the relationship like ends. It could be your choice, could be someone their choice, and like things start happening and you're like, well, what the hell is going on here? It's like the universe, you asked for something and the universe has to move things around to accommodate what you asked for. But it's like you're kind of holding on to this place where you are now because it's like, what's that saying? It's like, I'd rather be unhappy in hell than unsure in heaven, or something like that. I can't even remember what it is. And funny that I said hell and heaven because the Hierophant is there, which is about like tradition and churches and constitutions and all of those things. But my point is that you'd rather stay where you are, even though you're not fully fulfilled, because you're too scared that what happens if the next place is worse than where you're at right now. So you might need to make that decision to make a change in some way. There's that change coming in. And like I said, it is going to bring in 10 of Cups, ultimate happiness and fulfillment, and the 3 of Pentacles, someone that you can count on, teamwork, collaboration, that type of thing. So with the 6 of Pentacles being here, this is in your feelings, in your emotions, in your relationships at the moment. So like I said, 6 of Pentacles, very synchronistic with exchanging gifts here. I think I said that when I picked that up. It's kind of like the 6 of Pentacles. So you will be receiving some sort of assistance here. Could be financial assistance, could just be a gift. It could be someone passing on some sort of knowledge to you or something like that. But with your emotions, I feel like you're going to be extremely grateful for the balance that this brings into your life, or the balance within the relationship. Things are kind of evening out here. If things were unfair in the past, or there was like too much focus on one side of your relationship and not on the other, maybe that's that you are good enough. The full moon in Virgo, there might be just little things that are kind of like chipping away at you, and you are now realizing, okay, once you take your stand and realize like, oh, you know what, I'm not going to completely overgive myself here, because I know what I'm worth, and that's great. So whatever this is, it is just basically bringing in balance after you've taken that step, I feel like. And then we have the Star here. So in your thoughts and what you're wanting to happen and all of that stuff, you do want some sort of healing to come into a situation, whether that's healing yourself or healing a connection, could be platonic or romantic. But it is just you thinking about what is your wish fulfillment. So it's like, not only have you been manifesting, you're also just like wishing upon a star. You're like, come on, like I really want this. I really, really want this. And I do see it happening for you, Gemini. But I think in your thoughts, you just need to keep that optimistic side of yourself alive, and just tend to small things. It's like being optimistic, but then forgetting about it and just doing the day-to-day tasks. And I feel like that's when it's going to come in. Like you've done a lot of work. You've done all the work to manifest this in already. It's more about like getting into that receiving mode. And then we have the Fool here. So in one of your goals or your dreams or something like that, your desires, it is you wanting firstly a fresh start with something, or a new beginning with something, but also you wanting freedom. You don't want to be tied down in any way. Like you want to be able to have adventure and explore and do those exciting things, and not have any sort of like extreme commitments here. Like maybe, let's say not commitments, let's say responsibilities, is like you're wanting to kind of let go of the responsibilities and be able to kind of be a bit more free, and living in the moment in a way. And you do need to take that leap of faith, because I feel like that is the opportunity for you here. The Fool is the beginning of the tarot, so maybe there's a long journey ahead of you, if it's a new beginning, but it is just about, like I said, maybe you need to take that first step in some way. So let's get some clarifiers, Gemini. So I want to see, what is this Hierophant going on? King of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay, so that's a lack of commitment. There is the King of Pentacles in the reverse. And look, 8 of Wands here. So maybe something that wasn't committed to you before, or if you were having any sort of financial difficulties, that's kind of changing now once you do things in a more traditional way. And then once, like I said, once it started, there's no stopping it. It's gained momentum already. So what is the Magician? So what are you manifesting in? Queen of Cups. I feel like you're manifesting firstly emotional stability in some way, or just complete love between you and other people, whether that's just the person that you're with, or whether that is just like with everyone around you. Like you just want to show them how much you care, and you want to feel that in return. It is just about being kind and loving and loyal and devoted and all of those good things. At the bottom of the deck, 6 of Cups, it might be that you're needing to heal from, maybe there's a mother wound that needs to be healed here, with the Six of Cups and the Queen of Cups could be, you know, childhood issues to do with the mother figure, or it could just be that you are manifesting something from your past to come into your life to make you feel full of love and fulfilled and that type of thing, which nothing external will make you feel that way, but I won't go too much into it. So let's see, what's this decision that needs to be made? Eight of Pentacles. Oh my God, and look, Two of Wands in the shadows there, which is the Two of Wands there. So there is this decision that needs to be made, has to do with leveling up in some way, with maybe mastering some sort of new skill or studying something, or like just putting a lot of work into something, maybe tending to those small things bit by bit. You see, like each pentacle is one of those small things, but I feel like you're looking at the whole wall here and these other things that need to be done, where it's like just focus on this one thing, and then that could bring in some sort of decision or some sort of, it might help you decide something or make you be able to move further after you've planned. Okay, what is the Six of Pentacles here? What is this going on? Eight of Swords. Okay, and then in the shadows we have the Empress, which this is that receiving mode. Okay, so with the Six of Pentacles, there's something that you've been stressed about. It very well could be money, right? Financial stress. But whatever the stress is, whether it's money or a lack of balance in a situation, maybe that you and your partner aren't contributing equally to something, or whatever it is, whatever this is stressing you out. You are the prisoner of your own thoughts though, and I feel like the more you're in the stressful energy, the more you can't be in that receiving mode to allow things to kind of come in towards you. It's about moving through life with your feelings, and letting your heart guide the way. Not your heart as in like, oh, I love this person and like I'm gonna let go of my logic altogether. It's not about that. It's about, what does your heart actually want for you? What would your higher self want for you, with that Hierophant underneath there? So it's about allowing things to be presented to you, and then you kind of being like, okay, do I want that? Sure, I'll take it. Or do I not want that? Maybe not, but we'll see. You know, it's just about being open, and letting go of control in some way. Lots of love and nurturing going on here as well, when it comes to this relationship or this connection. But it's like that there's a lack of balance that's stressing you out. And then what is the Star here? What's your dream? We have the Seven of Pentacles. So you're wanting results. You could feel like you're not getting paid enough. You're not seeing the financial rewards that you have, or not only financial rewards, very well could be, but just rewards in general could be with like your career or your business or work or that type of thing. But it's like you feel like you're putting in a lot of effort into something and not seeing the results. So you kind of like, you're wanting to stay optimistic and continue putting in the effort, but you are also getting a little bit wary. We have the Three of Pentacles because you've had to wait for so long. So there is definitely something here that you've been waiting for a very long time to see something. And you've had to be very patient, even though it's been a struggle for you. So the Star is basically saying, just keep that optimism, keep it coming, because it's yours, it's coming. It's like just around the corner, but there's just a few things that need to change first. And I feel like the things that need to change is you letting go control in a bit. Or letting go of some sort of issues or something surrounding like money or something like that. What is the Fool? We have the High Priestess. It's about trusting your intuition and trusting that the universe will help you with whatever change is coming your way, but you need to again let go. It's like you think that you have control of a situation, when really that's just a facade. Like, no one really has control. It's about trusting your gut in a situation so that your gut can actually, and your higher self can lead you towards this new beginning that you're afraid to take. You're afraid of this change because it means that something else has to end in order for this to happen, for this new beginning. And I feel like you're maybe a bit scared of that, but you are needing to just let go of your fear and trust your intuition. Okay, and then what is this outcome of the Eight of Wands? The Hanged Man. Yeah, so once you let go, that's when things will gain momentum. So you might need to see things from a different perspective, and you're feeling quite stuck at the moment, but you are going to get unstuck. Movement is coming, but it's like you have to let go before that will come. And then that's when the Six of Pentacles comes in. That's when the balance comes in, the funds, the help that you've been looking for. Okay, and then what is this Four of Pentacles? I just want to see, what are you holding on to? Two of Cups, some sort of relationship. There could be issues that you're holding on to in a relationship where maybe that's where you're being too picky. Like there are things that maybe you do need to bring balance into with this relationship, but you also need to let go of other things. So you need to figure out what is it that you need to let go of, and what is it that you need to like keep pushing towards and standing up to yourself and realizing that you're good enough in some way. This is probably a soulmate connection of some sort when it comes to this Four of Pentacles, but I do feel like you're holding on too tightly in some way, in some area of this relationship that you're needing to let go of in order to bring that in. And maybe that is where you're scared to change something, or you're scared to leave the comfort zone here, because it's definitely a decision. A decision needs to be made here, because there's two decision cards here. So there's definitely some sort of decision, and I feel like you are the one who needs to make the decision to let something go, and to let go of those issues, or that person, or something along those lines, because that's maybe bringing in a soulmate, whether that's romantic or platonic, but it is bringing in just more balance and connection, and just a mutual feelings between, an effort between you and someone else. Okay, so let's move on to the love part of the reading. So this could have had to do with love, but this is now, that could have been anything. That's the general side of it, where now we are going in just to the love. So what does Gemini, okay, we have commitment, marriage, promises, and fidelity. And that was, and that's like the Hierophant, the Ten of Pentacles, the Ten of Cups. It's all quite committed energy. What else? Okay, we have hoping, expecting, faith, and manifesting. And sorry, actually, I didn't see what was behind the deck. And oh, here it is. So what was at the bottom of the deck in the commitment side of things was elusive, and basically dishonesty, deception, and trickery. I feel like you want to let go of any sort of, like, you don't want people in your life who are going to be dishonest or deceive you in any way. Like you're manifesting in like someone who is committed to you, who is like not fake in any way, someone who's just gonna be like a decent person and show you that they're there for you no matter what. With the hoping, expecting, faith, and manifesting, like I said, you are in this very hopeful energy. That's like the Magician and the Star there. So you're hoping in some way, but there's also a bluff going on here. You're pretending, mask, exaggeration. So it's like, I feel like you're very hopeful for something and you're wanting this thing, you're manifesting in, but you're also fooling yourself in some way. Like, I feel like this is you. It's not the other person that's wearing a mask. It's you wearing a mask to yourself. And you're needing to connect with your higher self to realize and trust your intuition, like connect back with who you are, rather than maybe these things that are going on around you in your life. Okay, and then let's see what else. Maybe like what you show the world, like maybe you're scared to show the world like who you really are. Depth. So we have awareness, importance, and value. And then we have past life, deja vu, repeated patterns, and karmic lessons. So there's definitely, if you've gone through a karmic relationship, there's definitely value to that because there's a lesson that needed to be learned, right? But you want someone who is like, you don't want surface level BS basically in your love life. You want someone who is like very deep, someone who you can go into like deep conversations with, someone that you can like really like peel off the layers and get to know them properly, or like see who they really are, like what are their deep down emotions. Like it's kind of like Scorpio energy here, like you don't want anything surface level. And with past life, maybe this could be a past life connection, or it's just some sort of pattern that keeps repeating itself in some way, because maybe someone doesn't have that depth that you're looking for. But it is just about you wanting that in some way, and that there is some sort of like value towards this. Okay, so let's get some romance angels. Okay, what for Gemini? We got healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Didn't I say something along those lines? If there was like some sort of like childhood wound to do with the mother, or like a mother wound or something like that you might need to heal. Okay, what else for Gemini for next week in their love life? We have free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. So maybe that's what you need to free yourself here. You see this 8 of swords, like you feeling trapped in some way. Hangman is also just feeling a bit stuck. So it's about kind of just letting go in some way, what you need to do. Okay, free yourself. And we have codependency in the shadows here. Addictions are affecting your romantic love. So this is definitely about some sort of codependency with you and another person, that you might need to kind of like let go of, just the codependency part of it, like the feeling that you guys need to be together instead of like you guys want. Like you could be feeling like, if this person ever left my life, like I don't know how I would ever cope. And that is not love, that's codependency. Not saying that you don't have love for the person, or that they don't have love for you if this is roles reversed. The love is there, but it's about needing to free yourself from being like, I could not survive without them. Maybe that's like what you're holding on to in some way. It's like gripping onto them in some way, because you're like, oh my God, please never leave my life, I love you so much. But actually you want to release a little bit, like release control, like, okay, yes, I want you in my life and you make my life so much better, but if you left, I would be okay, and I know that I would be okay. And that's what you might need to do in some way. What else? Finances and career. Financial issues are affecting your love right now, love life right now. And I did feel that with that 6 of Pentacles being there in your romance side of things. So there could be some sort of like issues, financial issues that need to be balanced out in some way, or maybe you're just too focused on your career at the moment, or they are, and it's like about needing to find time for each other, something along those lines. But we do have, this could be the one, you've already met the romantic partner you seek. So, and we did see that a lot with like all the commitment and that type of thing, but it's just about, I think the only thing here is just trying to like release codependency, healing your own issues, like your side of the track, looking at what's going on there, and then also just bringing in balance. Maybe there's a talk that needs to be had about finances, about who's contributing what, or maybe it's just about who's contributing what in altogether towards the relationship, but I more feel like it's finances. Okay, so let's see for Gemini, what would the person say to them if they weren't holding anything back from the person's higher self, please? Okay. We have, sometimes I stay awake thinking about you. Okay, what else? For Gemini. I left you before you could leave me. And that's with free yourself as well. Maybe it's like a wound or a fear or something like that. And that's definitely for someone in separation, obviously. What else? We have, I'm starting to understand our connection. Okay, so maybe they didn't understand like maybe that you guys were on this like soulmate level. They could be someone who's not very spiritual or that type of thing, but they're starting to understand what you mean to them. Okay, Gemini, so that is what I have for you this week. I hope it resonated. If it did, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more, and I will see you guys again next week. And happy birthday if it's your birthday next week. Take care.